What's good? Oh, lost my voice. Maybe that trade made me lose my voice. What's good, everybody? Big Game James. I was going to go live. It was just on my head. But, man, 8 million people going live right now. So I'm going to just talk about this right quick. Give my thoughts on it. Baby Nuts Jones is at it again. Amari Cooper traded to the Browns. Let's see what he got traded for. Let's see here. Dallas Cowboys are working to finalize a trade that will send us Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns, per Lee's source. The Browns are believed to be giving up a 5th-round pick, so basically they're swapping two 6th-round. They're both swapping 6th-round picks, and the Cowboys get a 5th-round pick from the Browns, as well as getting cap relief. Cooper has been on the trading block this offseason for just 2 years. Cooper has been on the trading block this offseason, just 2 years after he signed his 5-year deal, which we knew 2 years after that he was going to be getting cut down. $1 million deal with Dallas. His cap hit $20 million, $22 million in each of the next 3 seasons. Clears $16 million in cap. Wow, I'm just jubbling all over my words. 27, Amari Cooper. I like how they spent him right here. Cooper, 27, is coming off his least productive year since 2017 with the Raiders. Wow. He had 68 catches for 865 yards in 2021, though his 8 receiving touchdowns was a career high. Dallas has been close to completing a long-term deal with Michael Gallup. That impending signing, along with franchise tagging Dalton Schultz with the presence of CeeDee Lamb, made Cooper the odd man out in Dallas. And then you can see right here some more stuff. This is from Pro Football Focus. All right, there we go. You see this right here from Pro Football Focus. Now they can focus on Randy Gregory, and that's only if you see my video, unless he takes some low money. So here's my whole thoughts about this whole thing as you kind of look at the numbers from Amari Cooper from the Pro Football Focus, what his kind of numbers were per PFF. Amari Cooper comes over, was a godsend in 2018. They traded a first-round pick, right? They traded a first-round pick in 2018, middle of 2018 with Cowboys with 3-5. Just lost to the Tennessee Titans. Looked bad. 3-5, something like that. Yeah, I think 3-5. Amari Cooper comes over, turns all the way up. Cowboys going like a 5-game win streak, went like 7 of 8, hit the playoffs. He plays pretty good in the playoffs too. You see the connection with him and Dak. Like I said, I feel like he helped raise Dak's level of play. I'll say that. Amari Cooper is a monster. He's going to go to the Browns. People say he's going to fall off. No, I mean, I don't think Baker Mayfield is anything, but if he can throw the ball, and Amari Cooper will be good over there. He'll make plays. But the whole thing about it is, the thing that frustrates me with this, not just that they got the 5th and 6th round pick out of this, because basically they just swapped 6 picks. So that wasn't really a gain. That was like a trade-off. So you got really a 5th pick for Amari Cooper. And here's the reason why you got the 5th round pick for him, in my opinion, coming from my angle. You just saw it. He had his least productive season. I'm just going to make me pull something up. So he had his least productive season, and that's why maybe the Cleveland Browns can come to Dallas and say, we ain't paying no 2nd-round pick. He only caught 68 balls for 868 yards. Yeah, 8 touchdowns, but he didn't kill it over there. So we're not going to give you a high-round pick. Why wouldn't you have? Well, I'm looking up some few things. I'm sorry. So why wouldn't you, if you knew you were going to get rid of him anyway? Okay, if you knew you weren't going to pay him that $20 million because you faded him and y'all did it this year, if y'all knew y'all weren't going to pay him that money, then why didn't y'all just let him turn all the way up too. Still be a dominant receiver, because doesn't that raise the trade value for you? I'm just curious. Doesn't that raise the trade value for you if you are still making good plays, making a lot of game-changing plays? You're changing the offense. You're still that guy in the offense. As I'm going to switch it right over here, it would make more sense to me that you would still highlight him and still make him better at trade value. And you can even go in the media and say, hey, we think the world of Amari Cooper, but we just wanted to go in a different direction. We appreciate everything he's done, but we're going in a different direction. And let's say he gets another 80, 90 balls. Man, people are going to pay more money for him, and you can come at them and say, nah, we ain't coming up just for a fifth and a sixth. We ain't coming up for a fifth and a sixth. But they can come at you because 68 catches, and they know he's better than that, but this is a business. So since this is a business, they're going to fade you on that, and you basically undercut your own value by not highlighting him, because it makes no sense that you had him at 79 catches. You saw when he did the crossover in 2018 where he was turning all the way up. He had 53 catches, 725 yards. You see how he was turning up, had 6 touchdowns, came right over, was a godsend, was eating people up. Comes back the next year in 2019 when Dak, everybody was like, well, let's see if this dink and dunk Dak. We saw the connection. Dak went crazy and went down there, threw for 5,000 yards. What was a big contributor to this? Amari Cooper, 8 touchdowns that year, 1,189 yards, 79 catches. Then when Dak only played 5 games, dog, he played 5 games, 92 catches, a career high. Out of all these years, out of all those years with Andy Dalton, Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert, he had 92 catches. So how is his value diminished the next year? Because you got CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz. Those are the guys. And so now here's my thing. So this is why I'm frustrated with the Cowboys, and not really frustrated. I'm not even going to say I'm frustrated. I just know this is what y'all do. So I ain't tripping on y'all because y'all some cornballs, and I keep telling y'all this is the reason why it's going to keep a dirty circle, and they ain't winning nothing for a long, long time, because they think they the smartest people in the book. They think they the football man, and even they think they the business guys. So you went got in the 5th round for Amari because you didn't like him because he was talking. I know what I can do. I know what I can bring to the table. I know I'm a good receiver, and if I get the ball, I'm going to be one of the best in the game. We saw it. We saw when he gets the ball, he's one of the best. So that's Dallas, and that's Stephen Jones saying, well, the system dictates if two people getting double teamed, somebody can throw the ball to somebody underneath. Oh, or somebody open. Well, that was Dalton Schultz underneath getting the single coverage because nobody was sweating Dalton Schultz, because nobody was looking at Dalton Schultz like he was the guy. Nobody was looking at Dalton Schultz like he was the guy. You feel me? They're just looking at him like, okay, he's a good tight end, but we ain't. Let me go look at the tape where they rolling double coverage all the time on Dalton Schultz. You feel me? I don't think they're doing that. But you're putting a franchise tag on him, $10 million. If you don't sign him, that's on the books right there. So you relieved cap and got rid of Cooper for Dalton Schultz. We already talked about that. Okay, he's an okay tight end, but he's not dynamic, and you're trying to get him on a long-term deal. Blake Jarwin was better, for real. And the only reason why Blake Jarwin wasn't better was because of the injuries. For real, we saw what Blake Jarwin do. We didn't see nothing that Dalton Schultz could do, even because he was playing with Blake Jarwin. He was on the team with Blake Jarwin and Jason Witten. I know Witten was the killer as far as that, sitting behind people. But nobody even thought about nothing about no Dalton Schultz until Blake Jarwin got hurt both years. So you saving that money for him. And I made the video about Michael Gallup. I like Michael Gallup. I think he's a hard worker. He plays hard. He has elements. He's had over 1,100 yards with Dallas, so it's not like he's not a bad player. But he's injured, and he's injury prone. You can see the last few years, you can say maybe he's injury prone and they're leg injuries. So you putting that money into signing Michael Gallup to a long-term deal, and he's hurt. Y'all like signing hurt players. That's been in the history of Dallas. Y'all sign hurt players and think y'all the smartest people in the book. Jalen Smith, y'all signed him when he was tore up knee. Got him in the 2nd round. Y'all try to look like the smartest people in the book. But where is it now? He ain't even playing in the league, is he? Or if he is on the team, he ain't playing a lot. And y'all always taking these injured players. And we was just talking about how the 4th round picks, you talking about getting these picks. You had a 4th round pick who you just got rid of, Reggie Robinson, who's gone now. He's gone. And so he never saw the field. So that's a waste of a pick. So you're talking about using these picks and doing all these great things with these picks. But these fourth rounders, how many, like we said, fourth rounders done failed because y'all trying to look like the smartest people in the building. Y'all not football guys. And y'all going to keep messing up. And the only thing, like we said, saves y'all is Will McClay. That's it. He's the only thing that saves y'all. And that's just the period, point blank to it. So you didn't get no value from Cooper. You undercut him. You played him. Oh, he doesn't go hard. What was in them streets. So you undercut your own value, so you couldn't even get more value because you dogging him in the media because y'all don't know when to shut up. So what? What are you getting for him? Just to sign injured Michael Gallup and a Dalton Schultz? Okay. Sign your own. Torrance Armstrong Jr., those guys, like I said, we'll see who's the smartest people in the book. But to me, Bubby Nuts Jones, he's just the same. And when we hear about the front office dictates who gets the ball, and I'm going to keep hearing that from Cole Beasley, and he's like, oh, certainly we wouldn't do that. We would never do nothing. I'm like, man, come on, bro. The Joneses have their hands in every single thing of Dallas Cowboys. What would remotely make you believe that they are staying away out of meetings? They're not having their influence on any kind of play calling or anything like that. They don't have that heavy influence. They are in full control of everything. And we hear these things later after people leave. So why don't they, wouldn't they have their hands and dictate who's getting the ball, especially if they don't want to pay their money and use a justification of why they don't want to pay the money? Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, who's the general manager, Stephen Jones, who's director of player personnel, they're not saying nothing. They don't say nothing to the coaches. You got me bent, and you got to think me hella fooled. No way if I'm thinking that they're not doing that. So Baby Nuts Jones is at it again. So they keep on thinking y'all the smartest people in the book. It don't matter how many coaches you get, who you get. We've seen them go through how many coaches now, and it has been the same